Swamiji on Shivaji. Such pure teachings had always a fascination for Shivaji. News was brought to him that Swami Tukaram was in a small town, about 20 miles from Satara, and that he had arranged to hold a Katha in the house of one of the influential inhabitants of that little town. No sooner did Shivaji hear of it than he made up his mind to attend the Katha somehow that evening. He dressed himself as an ordinary riot villager and went to that little town all the way walking. The Mahomedans who had heard of the exploits of Shivaji and were in great terror of him were bent on capturing him somehow unawares and put an end to his life. One of them who had noticed Shivaji, though incognito, going to the house where Sant Tukaram was preaching his sermon, carried the news to the commander of the garrison, who immediately dispatched a small party of horsemen to surround the place and capture Shivaji. It was a moonlight night, and it was near midnight when Sri Tukaram was all absorbed in delivering his sermon with a feeling of sincere devotion and great enthusiasm, and the whole audience were listening to him spellbound. In the midst of this audience sat Shivaji in the garb of an ordinary villager, but the keen eye of Tukaram had already detected who he was. Shivaji sat motionless, imbibing every word that fell from the lips of the saint, forgetful of everything around him. In the midst of this soul-stirring discourse, all on a sudden, the saint was observed to stop abruptly and stand for a minute or so motionless and speechless, with eyes turned up as if in deep meditation, and, recovering himself, resumed his discourse. Within a few minutes after, it was observed that a figure exactly like that of Shivaji in his villagers' garb emerged out of the place and went out of the house, and no notice of it was taken by the audience. On the other hand, Tukaram saw the figure going out, and it was followed by the small band of horsemen that were seen surrounding the place. When Tukaram finished his discourse, it was near daybreak, and after that he is said to have talked to Shivaji in private and blessed him, and informed him of the danger he was in, and how the great and merciful God Vitoba saved him on account of his, Shivaji's, real love and faith in him. It is said that the horsemen who followed the track of that figure were lured into a forest from which they could not find their way out till next morning, by which time Shivaji was safe in his house at Satara. The cause of this sudden interruption in the discourse, said Swamiji, was owing to the fact that Sant Tukaram, who was standing facing the main gate of the big house, saw the Mahomedan horsemen investing the house, and he immediately divined the cause to be the presence of Shivaji in the audience. Tukaram has already known of the great love and faith Shivaji had in God, and hence he stopped abruptly and spontaneously sent an appeal to his God, Vitoba, to save him from the present danger. Truly God answers the true prayers of a pure heart and confounds the wisdom of the mighty, and nothing is impossible to him. Panduranga Hari, Jaya Bhavani.